The river was dead quiet that morning, the kind of silence that makes you feel like something big is hiding underneath the surface. Before sunrise, me and the boys were already on the road, with fishing rods in the back of the truck, snacks everywhere, music playing low, and everybody talking about who was going to catch the biggest fish of the day. Honestly, we didn't expect much. We were just trying to relax, enjoy nature, and spend a good day together away from the noise of everyday life. At least that's what we thought. None of us knew we were about to experience one of the craziest fishing moments of our lives. When we arrived at the river, the entire place looked beautiful. Thick morning fog floated above the water while the first sunlight slowly pushed through the trees. The air was cold, the water moved slowly, and everything felt peaceful. It looked like the perfect place to clear your mind. We unloaded our gear and started setting up near the riverbank. Everybody was joking around, talking trash, and arguing about bait choices like always. One of my friends kept saying there were giant fish living in this river, but honestly, nobody really believed him. The river didn't even look that deep. It looked like a normal fishing spot. Quiet, calm, ordinary. And maybe that's exactly why. What happened next shocked us so badly. For the first couple hours, nothing special happened. We caught a few small fish here and there, but nothing worth getting excited over. Mostly we were just laughing, eating snacks, and enjoying the atmosphere. One friend lost his bait on almost every cast, so naturally everybody started making fun of him. The mood was relaxed. No pressure. No expectations. Then suddenly, everything changed. I had just recast my line near a deeper section of the river, where the current moved a little faster. I remember staring at the water for a second, adjusting my grip on the rod, when out of nowhere, bam! My fishing rod bent down so hard it looked like it was about to snap in half. The drag on my reel instantly started screaming. Not a normal bite. Not even close. At first, I honestly thought my line got stuck on something underwater, but then the line started moving sideways through the river at insane speed. And that's when my heart dropped. Yo, I got something huge. I yelled. Immediately, everybody came running toward me. Rods got dropped. Conversations stopped. Everybody could tell this was serious. The fish pulled unbelievably hard. Every time I tried to reel it in, it would rip line right back out. My rod was shaking violently in my hands, while the reel screamed non-stop. I tightened my grip and leaned back with everything I had. But honestly, it felt like I was hooked onto a moving truck underwater. My arms instantly started burning. My hands were shaking from adrenaline. The fish kept running deeper into the river while everybody around me started shouting advice all at once. Keep tension on it. Don't let it go near the rocks. Tighten the drag. No, loosen it. The entire riverbank turned into chaos. Then suddenly the fish surfaced for a split second, and we saw the tail. The whole group completely lost their minds. No joke. The tail looked enormous. Water exploded everywhere as the fish crashed back down into the river with unbelievable power. At that moment, every single person standing there realized this was no ordinary fish. This thing was a monster. One of my friends literally started screaming, "Bro, what is that?" Another guy grabbed the landing net. But honestly, the net looked tiny compared to whatever was on the other end of my line. The fight kept going. 5 minutes. 10 minutes. Then almost 20 minutes. The fish just would not stop fighting. Every time I thought it was getting tired, it would suddenly explode with another powerful run and pull more line out. My entire body hurt by then. My shoulders were on fire, my hands felt numb, and sweat was pouring down my face even though the morning air was still cold. But there was no way I was giving up. Not after seeing how massive that tail was. Then things got even crazier. The fish suddenly turned and charged downstream so hard it almost pulled me into the water. My shoes slipped in the mud and everybody started yelling at once. For one terrifying second, I thought the line was going to snap. But somehow it held. Barely. I could feel every violent shake of the fish through the rod. Every movement felt powerful, heavy, unreal. And the craziest part, I still had no idea what kind of fish it was. All we knew was that it was huge. People nearby started gathering along the riverbank because they could hear all the screaming and excitement. Some were filming with their phones while others tried to guess what kind of fish could possibly fight this hard. Then finally, the fish started slowing down, just a little, enough for me to slowly gain some control. I started pulling it closer toward shore while everybody got ready near the water. Huge splashes exploded near the surface every few seconds. You could see flashes of its giant body rolling underneath the muddy water. Every heartbeat felt louder than the last. Get ready, don't lose it now. Bring it this way. My heart was pounding so hard it felt like it would explode out of my chest. Then suddenly, the fish rolled completely onto its side near the surface, and everybody went insane. The fish was absolutely gigantic. Huge body, massive head, thick tail. It honestly looked prehistoric. For a second I couldn't even process what I was seeing. My brain literally refused to believe a fish this size could exist in this river. Out of all the places in the world, I never expected to find a monster hidden here. That's what made the moment feel so unreal. Nature always has surprises waiting for you. Sometimes the quietest places hide the biggest secrets. With one final pull, we finally dragged the fish onto the riverbank. The second it hit the ground, everybody exploded with excitement. People were yelling, laughing, jumping around, and losing their minds. One of my friends actually fell backwards because he was screaming so hard. Meanwhile, I just stood there staring at the fish, completely exhausted. My arms felt destroyed. My legs were shaking. My clothes were soaked. But none of that mattered anymore, because lying in front of us was easily the biggest fish I had ever caught in my life. We spent the next hour taking pictures, replaying the fight, and talking about every single moment like we had just survived some crazy adventure movie. Everybody had their own version of the story already. One friend said the fish was even bigger underwater. Another claimed he thought I was about to get dragged into the river. Honestly, they might not have been wrong. As the sun slowly started going down, we sat quietly near the water looking out at the river again. And the craziest part, the river looked peaceful again. Calm, silent, like nothing had ever happened. But now we knew the truth. Somewhere underneath that quiet water, monsters still exist. And sometimes when you least expect it, one of them decides to bite your hook.